Jazzcast Pros.
Let me ask you something. Do you believe that sleeping in on the weekends means you can catch up on all the sleep you missed during the week? Maybe you're someone who burns the candle at both ends, Monday through Friday, telling yourself you can make up for it on Saturday or Sunday morning. Or maybe you just have the habit of hitting snooze repeatedly, believing an extra hour or two will undo the exhaustion. The thing is, that's not exactly how your body works. Sleep is not a bank account where you can withdraw all week and then simply make a big deposit on the weekend. Those lost hours do not accumulate as numbers you can balance later. They represent missed opportunities for your body to repair, restore, and reset. In reality, that approach can actually make you feel worse. So in today's episode, we're unpacking the truth about sleep debt, what it is, why you cannot simply pay it off by oversleeping, and most importantly, what you can do instead. I'm also sharing some practical strategies, including a tool I personally use to help you stay consistent and protect your sleep before it turns into debt. Welcome to the Doze Podcast. I'm your host, Soda Kuczkowski, sleep health educator, certified sleep coach, and founder of Start With Sleep in the Doze. Through Start With Sleep, I provide online education, coaching, and programs that help individuals, families, and organizations truly understand the science of sleep and how to apply it in their daily life. And with the Doze, I curate and create sleep-enhancing products that make it easier to put the knowledge into practice because better habits and the right tools work hand in hand. With nearly 2 decades of experience in sleep medicine and coaching, I've seen how inconsistent sleep chips away at our health, our performance, and even our relationships. My mission is simple: to help you rethink the way you approach your sleep, because when you start with sleep, you create the energy, clarity, and resilience you need to thrive. So to get started today, I think the first important thing for you to understand is what sleep debt actually is, because it's not just about feeling tired. It's a physiological shortfall. It's the difference between the amount of sleep your body needs and the amount you actually get. For example, if your body requires 8 hours of sleep and you only get 6, then you owe your body 2 hours. And if you repeat this pattern every day during the work week, by Friday, you're carrying an extra 10 hours or more of lost sleep. And this is not just about hours. Sleep is made up of cycles: light sleep, deep sleep, and REM or REM sleep, and each has unique functions. Our deep sleep restores your body physically, while REM sleep restores your mind and emotions. And you can't just sleep in one morning and erase that debt. When you cut your night short, you're not just losing hours, you're losing specific, irreplaceable phases of recovery. Your body's repair processes like memory consolidation, hormone regulation, immune support, and cellular repair, they are all tied to cycles of sleep. And here's the critical part. You can't just tack on those missed phases later. Sleep is about rhythm and timing, not just quantity. So oversleeping isn't the fix. And it's a topic that I covered in last week's episode. So if you missed it, I'd suggest going back and taking a listen. But believing that you can catch up on sleep is actually a myth. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you can never sleep in. Just that the timing is crucial to helping you offset debt and to feeling rested. So if you're someone who sleeps in later on a Saturday or Sunday thinking that you're doing your body a favor, you actually may be doing more harm than good. It might feel good temporarily, but oversleeping can throw off your circadian rhythm, which is your body's internal clock, the 24-hour clock that governs everything from your sleep-wake cycle to hormone release and digestion. And when you shift your wake time drastically on the weekend, it's like flying across different time zones without leaving your home. And this can lead to something called social jet lag. And here's the catch. That makes it harder to fall asleep Sunday night and much more harder to get up on Monday morning. And the more you repeat that pattern, the more fatigue, brain fog, and mood swings you'll likely experience. In other words, oversleeping can actually make you feel worse over time. Think of it like this. Oversleeping is like going without water for days and then trying to drink a gallon all at once. Now, it may quench your thirst at first, but it can't undo the dehydration your body has already endured. So then what actually works? Well, the goal is not to play catch up, but to minimize the debt in the first place. And I have 3 strategies that can help you put this into practice immediately. And the first is that consistency is key. The single most powerful thing that you can do is go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, including weekends. This stabilizes your circadian rhythm, which regulates not just your sleep, but your hormones, digestion, and energy levels. Even a 1-hour shift in bedtime or wake time can throw your body off balance. Think of it like training. Consistency builds resilience, while inconsistency creates vulnerability. Now, if you do sleep in occasionally, what matters most is timing. Sleeping in an extra 90 minutes is usually fine if it's aligned with your regular rhythm, but pushing your wake-up time 2 to 4 hours later, that is when you confuse your body clock and make it harder to fall asleep the following night. So timing is key. Second, this is where using smart alarms can help. Alarms are not just for waking up, they can be your bedtime accountability partner. A go-to alarm is a gentle but firm reminder that it's time to wind down. And one of the tools I personally love is the Sleep Space app. You've heard me talk about this before if you've joined me. And I use it especially when I travel because it helps me stay anchored to my bedtime no matter where I am. Sleep Space is more than just a tracker. It acts like a personal sleep coach with features that help me deepen my sleep, especially in environments that can present external disruptions. And it also offers things like wind down reminders that can align your circadian rhythm, nudging you to prepare for sleep instead of pushing bedtime later. It has a smart alarm feature that can help you wake up during those lighter sleep stages so you feel refreshed instead of jolted awake. And it offers soundscapes that can block disruptive noise and help you stay longer in those deeper stages of sleep, reducing those nighttime awakenings that break up recovery. And this combination of timing, habits, and supportive tools is what allows you to not just sleep more, but sleep better. And I'll drop a link for our 14-day trial for you below. And then the last is micro recovery during the week. If you fall short, the fix is not oversleeping, it's about small adjustments. Short naps between 10 to 30 minutes during the day can help reduce sleep pressure and improve alertness. While they're not going to erase debt, they can help prevent burnout. So just be mindful not to nap too late in the day or too long, or you might risk making nighttime sleep even harder. So here's the bigger picture. Sleep is not about patches, it's about patterns. Think of it like exercise. You don't get fit by working out all day Sunday after skipping the gym all week. Sleep works the same way. Your body thrives on regularity. Protecting your nightly rhythm protects your energy, your mood, your focus, and your long-term health. And here's the hopeful part. Once you establish consistent routines, your body wants to follow them. Sleep starts to feel natural instead of like a battle. You move from being reactive, always trying to catch up, to proactive, building resilience with every night of consistency. So here's what I need you to remember. You cannot erase sleep debt by sleeping in, but you can avoid accumulating it through consistency, smarter alarms, and daily rhythms that support your body's natural clock. Thank you for joining me today. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please share it with someone who thinks they can catch up on their sleep over the weekend. They might need this wake-up call or a friendly reminder of what really works. Also, make sure that you subscribe to the Doze Podcast so that you never miss an episode with us. And if you're looking for additional support, you can visit us at thedoze.co for our sleep-enhancing tools, coaching, and resources that help you protect your sleep. Until next time, I'm going to leave you with this. Better sleep does not come from catching up. It comes from keeping up. Sleep well.